What if the person you trusted most in your family turned out to be your greatest enemy? Stick around as I reveal how one shocking accusation at a dinner table unraveled secrets, debts, and a dangerous con that nearly destroyed everything I held dear, and how I fought back to reclaim my life. I am Elena, 32 years old, and I'll never forget that fateful family dinner where everything I thought I knew about my loved ones shattered like fragile glass. It began as our usual monthly ritual, a gathering meant to strengthen bonds, but it spiraled into a whirlwind of accusations, tears, and police sirens. My father locked eyes with me across the table and demanded, "Tell me about the $500,000 I transferred to you. What have you done with it?" My blood ran cold. $500,000? I had no idea what he was talking about. My sister Sophia, sitting opposite, went as pale as a ghost, her knife hovering midair. Before I could stammer a defense, the doorbell echoed through the house like a death knell. The police were here. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal from those closest to you, drop your location in the comments and smash that like button. Subscribe for more raw, real-life tales as I unpack how my seemingly flawless sister tore our family apart with a single devastating choice. Teaching fourth graders at Willowbrook Elementary wasn't a path to riches, but it ignited a fire in my soul every day. My classroom was a vibrant haven. Walls adorned with student masterpieces, finger-painted landscapes, handcrafted dioramas of historical events, and motivational quotes scripted in wobbly child handwriting. Each morning, 24 bright-eyed kids filed in, their energy contagious as they tackled math puzzles or dove into story time. I cherished those aha moments when a struggling student grasped fractions or connected with a character's emotions in a book. Sure, my paycheck barely covered the bills, leaving little for luxuries, but the sticky hugs, homemade thank you notes, and seeing shy kids bloom into confident learners made every sacrifice worth it. In a world obsessed with wealth, I found my wealth in shaping tomorrow's thinkers. But my family? They operated on a different wavelength. My father, Richard Harlan, had clawed his way from humble beginnings to helm Harlan Wealth Advisors, a thriving firm serving high net worth clients across the state. To him, success was synonymous with balance sheets and stock portfolios. He judged worth by net worth. My mother, Margaret, once a sharp advertising director, had traded boardrooms for homemaking after my birth, content to orchestrate charity galas and support Dad's empire. Then there was Sophia, my elder by 4 years, the golden child who mirrored Dad's ambitions. As a vice president at Summit Trust Bank, she flaunted tailored suits, a sleek convertible, and a stock portfolio that could fund a small nation. Their dinners buzzed with jargon, dividends, mergers, hedge funds, while Dad hung on her every word, beaming with pride. "Sophia gets it," he'd say to me pointedly. "She knows money is the real game." By contrast, my passion for education was dismissed as quaint. a noble hobby that elicited eye rolls. Our family dinners were a monthly farce of civility. The table groaned under gourmet spreads, filet mignon, truffle risotto, but the air crackled with unspoken hierarchies. They'd grill Sophia on her latest deal, then toss me a token question. How's the kiddo's finger painting going? I'd share triumphs like a student overcoming dyslexia, only for the topic to swivel back to market volatility. It stung, but I coped by channeling energy into my dreams. For 4 years, I'd scrimped every penny toward a cozy townhouse deposit. No extravagance, just a 2-bedroom haven in the quiet Elmwood district. Free from my noisy roommate's late-night habits. My financial planner, Laura Thompson, met me bi-weekly at a local cafe, poring over listings. Elmwood's market is surging, she'd caution, adjusting her glasses. But with your discipline, we'll snag something perfect soon, maybe even with a garden for those kids' projects you love. The rift between Sophia and me rooted deep in childhood. Photo albums chronicled it. Sophia center stage in ballet tutus, soccer jerseys, debate trophies, always flashing that winning smile. I lurked in corners, nose in a novel, or sketching quietly. Mom and Dad adored us both, but Sophia's charisma magnetized praise. She aced valedictorian honors. I clapped from the stands. She breezed through a top-tier MBA. I planned her graduation bash. I adapted to the shadow, carving my niche in academia. We weren't rivals outright. Lunches every fortnight, holiday cards exchanged, but an undercurrent of envy simmered. Sophia's life screamed achievement. Mine whispered fulfillment. I had my classroom, my savings jar filling steadily, and a quiet independence they couldn't quantify. Little did I know, cracks were forming in our fragile façade. The first tremor hit during our routine lunch at Vu Bistro, a chic spot with skyline views and eye-watering prices, 1 week before the infamous dinner. Sophia insisted on it. Her subtle flex on status. I scanned the menu, wincing at $30 salads, but bit my tongue. Banking treating you well? I asked over artisanal bread. She fidgeted, scanning the room like a hunted animal. Hectic, she muttered, twisting her diamond bracelet. Her phone vibrated. She paled, excused herself for a quick call. Vanishing for 15 minutes. Returning, she looked haunted, makeup failing to mask furrowed brows. All good, I probed. Client drama, she brushed off too briskly. That afternoon, dropping event flyers at Dad's sleek downtown office, glass towers reflecting bustling streets, I spotted Sophia slipping out the side exit. Sophia, I called, but she vanished into the crowd. Odd, mid-afternoon, she should be at the bank. Handing the papers to Dad's assistant, I casually inquired, "Was that my sister?" The woman shifted uncomfortably. She's been visiting often lately. Family business, I assume. 2 days on, Dad phoned, voice taut as a wire. "Elena, has Mom mentioned oddities in our accounts?" "No, why?" "Minor glitch," he deflected. "Forget it." Evening brought Mom's rare call. Usually texts sufficed. "Your father's pacing like a caged lion," she whispered. "Endless calls behind closed doors. He snaps it's work, but he's sleepless, Elena. Something's brewing." The pre-dinner day, Sophia group texted, "Skip tomorrow? Swamped at work." Dad fired back, "No. Family first, attendance mandatory." His unyielding tone set alarms blaring. Helping Mom prep, slicing heirloom tomatoes in the sunlit kitchen, I overheard shouts from Dad's study. Creeping closer, door ajar. "Truth now, Sophia," Dad thundered, "before it explodes." "Mistake maybe," she quavered. $500,000 vanishes. I demand clarity tomorrow, with everyone. Heart pounding, I retreated. Missing funds? Sophia entangled? Online sleuthing yielded forum whispers. Harlan wealth teetering? Insider leaks on cash flow woes. Bumping into Dad's partner, Edward Thornton, at the market. He stiffened. Elena, regards to Richard. Tough times, eh? He bolted before elaboration, anxiety gnawed as dinner loomed under stormy skies. I splurged on Dad's preferred scotch, wrapped neatly, a peace offering. Arriving early at their stately Victorian home, manicured lawns, wraparound porch, I found eerie silence. Mom? No reply. Muffled rustling from Dad's office, peeking, Sophia rifled drawers wildly. Sophia? What's going on? She startled, slamming shut. Just files Dad needed. Disheveled hair, stained silk blouse, uncharacteristic sloppiness. Lie obvious, vital docs lived in the wall safe. Parents? Mom's fetching pie, Dad selecting wines. She fled downstairs. By 7, we convened at the mahogany heirloom table, crystal gleaming under chandelier light. Feast divine, rosemary lamb, buttery potatoes, glazed carrots. Yet tension choked the air. Dad brooding, Mom guzzling Chardonnay, Sophia twitching. Class updates, Elena? Mom ventured. I detailed a poetry unit, kids crafting haikus on nature. Dad typically sniped about real skills like budgeting, but he toyed food silently. Sophia, bank news? Mom pressed. Clatter, Sophia's fork dropped, busy as ever. Dad's eyes narrowed. With what, precisely? Silence. Mom sipped nervously. Routine stuff, Sophia squeaked. Meetings, approvals. Curious, Dad drawled. Lunch with James Whitaker, your boss. He noted your frequent absences. Sophia blanched. Health blip, minor. Dad pivoted to me. Elena, the $500,000 I sent you. Explain its use. Just when I thought the accusation couldn't get worse, the truth about my sister's double life explodes. Don't go anywhere. The police are about to uncover a web of lies that changes everything. Stunned, I choked. What $500,000? Transferred to your account weeks ago, he barked. Where is it? I swear, no money came. Sophia froze, ghostly. Mom pleaded, Richard, error surely. Dad slammed documents, statements showing transfer to my Southwest account. Forged signature mimicking mine, ID details spot on. Your handiwork, Elena. Camera footage matches you, funds siphoned offshore fast, horror gripped me. Not me. Fake. Sophia rose. Bathroom. Sit, Dad roared. She collapsed. Mom urged calm. Dad seethed about weeks of sleuthing. Gambling, addiction, lovers' whims. What justified robbing us? Tears welled. I'd never. My savings for a home, why risk that? Doorbell pierced. Timely, Dad grimaced. Detectives? Mom gasped. Police? Theft's criminal, Margaret. Enter Detective Hayes, stern with cropped silver hair, and Officer Singh, notepad poised. Fraud report filed, Hayes intoned. Elena Harlan, warrant for arrest, fraud, theft. Numb, I whispered denial. Dad ranted evidence. Hayes Mirandized me. Then Mom intervened. Wait. Envelope from purse. Hired PI when Richard suspected Elena. Didn't add up. Dad balked. Margaret, Hayes reviewed. Fuller footage, debtless. Sophia Harlan, $300,000 casino losses, defaulted loans. I gaped. True? Sophia sobbed, spiraled. Scott promised help. Scott Kane, Hayes noted, known fraudster. Sophia confessed, small debts ballooned. Kane lured with loans, then schemed theft, framing me. He said you'd be cleared quick, good girl rep. Wrong, Hayes snapped. Rights read to Sophia, Dad deflated. My Sophia. Apology to me, statement needed, funds recovery iffy. As Singh cuffed Sophia, she begged, sorry, Elena. Plan to fix. Speechless, I watched my idolized sister led away. Post-arrest Hayes, interviews, headlines blaring. Harlan Science fraud, sister frames sibling in $500,000 heist. Cleared, but stigma lingered. Parent complaints, neighbor shuns. Amanda, my confidant, consoled, gossip fades. But scandal tainted our legacy. Probe unearthed Sophia's 2-year gambling vortex. Casual bets to obsessive nights, loans hidden via bank perks. Kane, suave predator, targeted her at casino, morphing from savior to manipulator. Accomplices over victims, Hayes explained. Sophia jailed, bail astronomical, parents visited, I delayed. Dad withered, guilt-ridden, missed signs. Mom raged, our fault? I grappled betrayal, sister's façade crumbling, willingness to sacrifice me. Career hit, doctor. Victoria Lang sidelined me to admin. Temporary, she soothed. Kane fled abroad, Interpol chased trails. PI Robert Klein briefed. 7 similar marks, gamblers and finance. Catch odds slim. Letter from Sophia, pages of remorse, addiction's grip, Kane's romance facade. Your ID, his idea, said, harmless backup. Chilling warning, Kane vengeful, knows you. Delivered to Hayes, patrols upped, threat text, this ain't over. Cross Kane, pay. With threats closing in, I refuse to hide. Coming up, my daring plan to trap the con man himself. Stay tuned, the chase is on. Fear gripped weeks, but resolve hardened. Help catch Kane, I told Amanda. Motivation plus Sophia access. Visited jail, Sophia gaunt and jumpsuit. Didn't expect you. Need truth. Hour-long spill, innocent flutters to ruinous stakes, Kane's snare. Phone holds all, scams, backups in Europe. Habits, Vancouver kin, Blue Note cafe meets. Dangerous Elena, back off. Pitched to Hayes, bait. Reluctant but approved tweaked op. Digital lures hinting my intel on Kane. 3-week scripted, searches, calls, visits under guard. Contact, Kane proposes swap. Blue Note, 10 a.m., alone. Surveillance rigged, I wired in. Cafe hummed, John proxy grilled. Scripted teases on servers, victims. Relay to Kane. Hayes thrilled, traced, Vancouver. Kane nabbed, devices yielding evidence, funds traces. Sophia cooperated for leniency. Dad called, proud Elena. Sorry for doubt. Healing began. Sophia sentenced 3 years, parolable, post 18 months. From ashes of betrayal rises hope. But wait, A surprise gift and family shifts ahead. Keep watching for the emotional turnaround. 6 months later, keys to my Elmwood townhouse, sunny with garden plot. Funds recovered mostly, dad bridged gap, investment in you. Therapy with Dr. Isabel Moreno unpacked dynamics. Myth shattered, rebuild authentic. Dad engaged my world, school events, valuing impact. Mom empowered, found my strength. Sophia visits honest, mutual envies aired. Chased illusions, you had purpose. Reinstated teaching, launched kid finance program, adopted district-wide, conference-bound. Dad, proud innovation. Package, house charm keychain, dad's note, new doors, saw your worth late. Love, evening reflection, betrayal forged bonds, parents' dinner at mine, pasta, laughs, toasts, beginnings, truth, strength. Balcony stargaze, peace. Truth heals over lies. Sophia's fall exposed cracks, but mended stronger. Experienced growth from pain, comment, like, subscribe, share. Healing awaits. Face truths boldly. Thanks for joining Courage on Your Path.